How's it going, guys? In Park from here, coming at you with another gameplay video. So about a month ago, we had our 2019 national tournament, and we crowned a new champion, Brian Samuels. With it, we marked the end of the 2019 season of Dragon Ball Super, and this past weekend, we had the first big tournament in the next season of Dragon Ball. Uh, and with the concurrent release of Set 8, Malicious Machinations, PPG Dallas gave us our first glimpse at what this new season has in store for us. Also, I want to take time to congratulate Justin Rios for his victory at PPG Dallas. The last match against Marcel Russo was pretty fun to watch. They both fought really hard to get where they were, and at the end, Justin took it. And congrats on the victory, man. So before we move on this next season, I wanted to take a look back at two decks that pretty much defined the past two seasons. And I'm talking, of course, of Jordan Marco's 2018 championship winning deck, Hero Storm, and this year's winner, Brian Samuels' 2019 championship winning Broly Apes. So it's no surprise to learn that Storm is still a really good deck. And that's a really good reason why its three main cards got banned. And I'm talking, of course, of the one drop Bardock, the Goten, and Flute. And you can even throw in Battering Laser in there because this deck was one of the reasons why we learned how broken that card was, and it needed to get banned. But yeah, since then we've gotten a few answers to Storm though, mainly in cards like Borgos, which completely stops untapping, and we know anything of Storm is that it's heavily reliant on untapping energy to keep its play going. But you'll see right here he went first, charged one energy and passed. I tapped the yellow energy, and then I did the 1-2 combo of this deck, which is play Bardock, take a life, swap into Goten. That's basically this deck. And then of course I attack with my Hirudegarn. Everybody knows his ability. You pitch a card, draw two cards. It's really good card, a really good leader card that makes your deck really consistent. But here I opt to not attack with my Goten because I don't want to help him awaken too early. Because Broly it can go off pretty early too. So I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in this giant leader top loader. So has my turn, charges energy, and he attacks his leader, and draws a card and takes a card from his life. Really good. Both these decks are really aggro, and they can both go off pretty early. Storm can do a lot more with less cards though, but Broly can still do heavy damage with his deck. And here you see he plays Borgos, which, like I stated previously, is a really good counter that we did not have when Storm was prominent. But that is really, really trouble for me because I can't untap energy now. And I believe Jordan did not run removal in his main deck. I think the only removal card he had was Flute, and at the time I did not have it. So as I attack with Goten, I look at the top three cards of my deck and add a card, and I'm looking for Flute now because that's the only thing that can get me out of this. And unfortunately, I didn't get into it with the Goten's effect. So I decided, I'm gonna swing with my leader because I need to see Flute. So I'm just throwing as much as I can. At this point, unyielding is pretty worthless to me because I can't untap with it. So I draw two cards, and luckily I drew into Flute. So that was my saving grace there. So, he takes the damage from Hero's attack. But I go ahead and play Bardock and attack with him. I play Sensimine so I can untap. Well, he has one energy open, which could spell trouble if he has Nimbus in hand, because I believe Samuels did run Nimbus in his main deck. So I'm just waiting whether or not he's going to combo with it or what he's going to do. He decides to defend, and he he combos the yellow and the blue, so he can play Bojack with a rival, and that gives him a little extra defense because now he has a blocker on board. Plus, he's at 4 life, so he can awaken and untap his energy. So if he does have Nimbus, he can play that now. But now I decide to swap into Golden again, and I take a swing with him and look at the top 3 cards on my deck, and add a card. And at this point, I'm in a really good position because I believe I still had another Goten in my hand. He goes ahead and takes the damage. I go ahead and play Bardock again, take my life. Now I'm at 4 life, I can awaken. I have the best possible hand. I play Successor of Hope and get a Grandpa Gohan in case I want to keep my plays going late in the game, so I don't have to take my life and I won't kill myself that way. Attack with Bardock. Like I said, this deck is really just the same moves over and over again. But as long as you have them in your hand, though, it's the important part. But this deck does a really good job of searching every card you need. But it doesn't always happen. At this point, he decides to awaken, untaps 2 energy. And he decides to combo Borgos, because at this point he doesn't think he'll need it, or maybe he has another one in hand. But I go ahead and swap into Goten again and swing with him. Top 3 cards on my deck. Choose 1 card. And at this point, I think he's at 3 lives. So now I'm in a really good spot. I'm just gonna go for the kill. I want him to take the hit because I have a Supreme Kai in my hand, and which is really good because Marco ran 3 of them, so like the chances of me seeing one is really good. And as you saw, he took the hit. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm going in for the kill right now. Play the Bardock again. Swing with him. And this time, I believe he decides to negate, and he does not pitch a card because he assumes I don't have anything else to attack with. And that would have stopped me cold if I didn't have anything, because now I don't have anything to untap energy or anything like that. But as you see here, I did have a fool in my hand, which it's already a double strike in its own. I don't need to play Supreme Kai for him. But yeah, that gives me the energy I need, the attack I need to untap energy. But I decide to bait out that Bojack because I want to get rid of that, because he still has 1 energy open. He can possibly stop another attack, and he took the bait and used Bojack. And he decides to save it also. I guess he wanted to keep it for next turn. But I decide to awaken. That way I have energy open again, so I can play Bardock. Now I'm at 2 life, so I'm still good. Like at this point, I'm going in for the kill, so I'm not worrying about taking my life. I decide to untap. He had no counter for it, and at that point I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go all in. I need to kill him. So Supreme Kai, give him double strike. So I'm at 20, 30, 40. Yeah, and I made a little mistake there, but yeah, 40. I'm at 40. So he still has a bunch of cards in hand, so he could still stop it. And I still had another contingency for it, but yeah, he ended up not having enough combo power, so he scoops. So in this first game, I drew really good. I saw all my pieces early on, and I kept seeing them with Goten's effect and Hirudegar's effect, and it let me get the victory really easily on turn 2. So at the start of the second match, he charges multicolor energy, passes. I play Battering Laser. I charge Battering Laser, play Bardock, take my life. Again, like I said, 1-2 combo, get the Goten. And I believe this hand wasn't as good as my last one. I still have some pieces in there, but nothing uh, super good. But I go ahead and attack with my leader, and I pitch a super combo because I think I didn't have. It was the only card I can, give up. I had a goat in the hand already, and and I searched with another one with the Sixer of Hope. So now my hand's starting to build up. I'm starting to get pieces that I need, and I decide to pass my turn without attacking with Goten. Because again, I don't want to help him awaken earlier than he should. He draws a card for his turn, attacks with his leader. Take it, don't bother stopping it, and he plays Kofi Black, which is a good card. It's a 15 attacker. At the end of the turn, did you play him? You can draw 2 cards and untap an energy. He goes ahead, he attacks with it. I take the hit, and then he passes his turn. So he draws his cards and untaps his energy. So now I'm thinking I'm in a decent place. I'm gonna try and go for the kill. So I go ahead and attack with the Golden. I hit the top of the cards and search something out. And he's thinking about whether or not to defend. Ultimately, he decides to center beam, which is probably the best move. It's one of the best ways to stop Hirugan's aggro, because it makes it a lot easier for the opponent to defend against all my 10k attackers. But I decide to play Bardock. And unyielding. And he decides to defend with Bardock 8. So here's where I think I made the biggest mistake. I should have just kept going with Goten. I wasn't sure what I was thinking when I went with Fidel. But I guess I just wanted to see, maybe I didn't have anything to tap energy anymore, so I wanted to see if I can draw into it. But it still doesn't make sense. I have no idea what the hell I was thinking. But I go ahead and attack with my leader, pitch the Minosha. That's a really good combo. Pitch Minosha, you add a card, and then draw 2 cards, so you don't -1 essentially. Just at this point, I'm just trying to see what I can get. Maybe I didn't have any on tap. So I go ahead and play Bardock, take my life. And decide to attack with it. He decides to play Xenobutton, which allows him to defend a lot easier. Now he's not worrying. He doesn't have to automatically awaken to untap energy. And there you go. I use an yielding, and then I swapped it to Goten, which I should have just done right off the bat. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, like I said. But I decided to attack with him. 3 off the top. And here, again, I was thinking I'm gonna try and go for the kill now. So I'm gonna get a battery laser, so in case he tries to negate with Nimbus, I can counter it. And I combo, just trying to get hits in. At this point, I think I have a Supreme Kai in my hand, so I'm just trying to get him to 2. That's all I'm trying to do. So he decides to defend. So now I'm just contemplating whether I should stop right now or keep going. But ultimately I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. Play Bardock. Take my life. And then take a swing. I combo Bardock just to get him to 15. And just because I still want him to take hits, so I sent Sabine as well, so now he's at 20. And I tap my energy. And I decide to swap into Goten again. And I don't know why I put the Bardock over there, but yeah, play Goten. So now I'm a lot closer to getting him to 2. I just need to get him to take a hit right now. And of course, right now I attack with Goten. Look at the top 3 cards. Add Unyielding. They decide to use a super combo. Like I said, I'm trying to make him not want to waste his hand. I'm gonna force him to take the hit. And right there, I think here I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go for the double strike right now because I had a Mira in hand, and I had a. So I'm just trying to see whether or not I can make him take the hit right now. So I go all in with the Goten. So right now I'm at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm just trying to get him to 1 now. I changed my mind the last second and said, you know what, I'm gonna go for. I probably shouldn't have though, but I probably should have just gone in without the double strike. But he decides to defend it. And he has plenty of cards in his hand. He's already at 30. And he uses Shu, and then he top 6 a second super combo Shu. So now he's already at 50. That's 1, he's at 60, and all he needs is 5 more. And he stops my play completely. And then he drops Champa for that 65. And plays his monkey, draws a card. So now I'm at a really weird place because he's still at 3 life, and I exhausted my resources trying to go for that risky play, and it didn't pay off for me. So all I can do now is just pass my turn. So I believe I had a Nimbus in hand, and all he has to do is attack with one of those Bardocks, and I'm pretty much screwed, and which is what he does. And I decide, I have to Nimbus right here now. But he still has another Bardock. But even then, he dropped his own Mira, and dropped Supreme Kai to give it double strike, and yeah, I can't stop that. And yeah, I'm aware that Brian Samus did not run Supreme Kai. He ran Champa instead. But we made this deck on the fly, and that's all we had. But they serve the same purpose. But this time around, he drew a lot more defense, so he was able to stop a lot more of my attacks. And it did help that I displayed a bit here and there. At least I think so. But like I said, we made this decks on the fly. I didn't really have time to play test it. I just went off memory, but I mean, it's Storm. Like I said, it's just sequencing right, and I think I did a little missteps here and there. But overall, I think it was a good game. So now as we enter game 3, we're both 1-1. You see me charging a blue energy because I believe I had only a Goten, Bardock, and a Successor of Hope in my hand as for yellow energy, and I didn't want to tap any of those. So I decided to search out a Goten with Successor of Hope, and then just pass my turn. Uh, I was hoping to draw a different yellow on my next turn, or if he attacked me. But as you see here, he charged his multicolor energy, and then he's thinking about whether or not to attack me. I think he saw that I charged the blue and assumed that I didn't have yellow to charge, so I'm guessing that was his train of thought. So that's why he chose not to attack me. So he didn't want to give me that yellow that I needed. And as you can see here, I did not draw yellow. So his plan it worked out well for him. So I was forced to charge a Goten in order to play my Bardock. Took a life, decided to swing with it. And I did draw Sensu Bean off my turn draws. But honestly, I think I made a mistake here too. I charged Goten. I swapped into Goten. I swung. He played a Zeno button, which on paper it seems like a waste to use Zeno button just to untap one energy. But with a deck that can kill you turn 2, like Storm, it seems like a pretty good play. Because now he has the ability to Nimbus if he wants to. But yeah, he swung with Goten. I searched. Now I'm attacking with my leader. I pitched Fu and draw 2 cards. And he took the damage. And now I'm debating whether or not to keep going or just hold off a bit. And which is why I think I made a mistake by using Sensu Bean, because I essentially untapped an energy for nothing. I guess I was just thinking if he's gonna try and kill me now, I'll at least have yellow open for Nimbus. As you can see, I have it right there. So I pass my turn. He goes ahead and plays Goku Black, and he's trying to kill my Goten because you don't want to leave a Goten open for multiple turns. You want to kill the Gotens as fast as you can, if you're able to. But I decide to defend against it, and then he goes ahead and swings with his leader, and at this point he decides to awaken, which is the reason I didn't attack much in the beginning of the past games, because I didn't want this to happen essentially. But he decides to combo into Bardock 8, and I can choose to save that Goten, but he's gonna get a Bardock free, and he can just swing with he could just swing again, and I'd rather not waste cards in my hand for that. But he decides to pass his turn without attacking. He draws 2 cards and taps an energy for Goku Black. So so now I'm draw my card, tap another yellow energy, because it's always better to tap 2 yellow, to charge 2 yellow instead of a second blue. It lets you play more variety with Storm, and luckily off the Bardock that I just played, I got Plan of Vegeta, and that Plan of Vegeta will allow me to search Goten, so I can continue my combo, because he got rid of 1 Goten, and now I'm only left with 2 in my deck. But yeah, there I searched the Goten. So now I'm just debating whether or not to attack with Bardock, because his leader's already awakened, so I will have to combo something, and I don't think I have that many resources, so I just decided to swap into Goten right away. He decides to take Desperate Measures, which is another card we didn't have back then, which is really good against Storm, because as you know, Goten is as a 2-drop, which sends it back to my hand and sets me back a lot. So I swing with my leader, and he decides to Zeno button. So he's just he has a lot of defense this time around again, which was a smart play. And luckily, off of that Hirudegarn, I drew into Unyielding, which allows me to untap, so I can go ahead and try to play Bardock again. I play it, I take my life, he lets it go, and I play Goten, and luckily this time he didn't have a second Desperate Measures. I decide to swing with Goten, and it looks like he has a response, but he's thinking about it, whether or not it's worth it. And then ultimately, I think he did the right move, and he decided to play Mafuba, which honestly I don't think Ryan Samuels ran at all, so he probably just put it in there to be a dick, and it worked, because it stopped me dead in my tracks. So I still get Goten's effect, so I left the top 3 and searched. But now I can't do anything, so I was forced to pass. So now I'm in a really terrible position. He's primed to kill me this turn, and to make matters worse, he decides to play Borgos. So if I can't get rid of it next turn, then I'm pretty much screwed, because I won't be able to do anything at all. That Goten is pretty useless right now. So he takes a swing with Bardock and Senzu Beans to untap energy. And now I lack resources, so I just take the hit. And I think I got a flute off of that, so now I can get rid of the Borgos next turn. He plays Goku Black, and then swings with his leader. So right now he can kill me. If I take one hit, all he has to do is attack with a double strike, and he has that Bardock. And if he wants, he can play a second one now. So right now he's at 20, and I'm not gonna take the hit. I don't want to take the hit, because if I do take the hit, then I'm just gonna be super vulnerable. And he decides to combo again with another Bardock, so that definitely means I cannot take the hit next. I can't take this hit. So I decide to awaken. So he forced me to awaken on his turn. I decide to use super combo. So I'm at 25 to his 40. No, to his 30. So I pitch a card, draw 2. And then I decide to super combo again, and that puts me at 35. Pitch a card and draw 2 cards. He plays his Bardock, he draws a card. Now he swings with Goku Black, still trying to get me to 2, so he can try and kill me with that Bardock. So now I don't think he comboed anything. I think he's just trying to make me waste cards in my hand, so that if I manage to block that Bardock, he still has the option to untap it with Broly's ability, and then I'll have less resources to out-combo him. He attacks with Bardock, so I take the hit so that I get more resources in my hand. He untaps Bardock and swings, and I decide to Nimbus, and I don't use the ability because it's pretty pointless to use it. And here he did something unexpected. He attacked with Borgos and comboed a lot. Since he has more cards than me, he could take that risk. He didn't have to waste his whole hand. But me, he took a chance and hoped that I didn't have enough to combo that, which he was at 34, I think. So here I am just debating whether or not I should charge 2 10Ks or just what do I need more in my hand? What can I get rid of? So now I decide to combo Bardock and 2 5Ks, including Gain, because Bardock requires me to have a Bardock on board so he can evolve over, but I can't play a Bardock because if I do, I'm gonna die right away. And Gain, the same problem there. So he just passes his turn, and pretty much this is my last turn. If I can't turn things around, then it's pretty much over. I need to kill him now, and I think the only chance I have of that is a Mira in my hand. So I go ahead and play Flute to return that Borgo, so I can untap my energy if I need to. I Successor of Hope because I was hoping I still had a Goten, and I did. So that's my 4th and final one. And I think I forgot that was my last one because I played Gohan, Grandpa Gohan. I played Goten. I take a swing with him, and from here, the reason I say I forgot is because I decide to grab Planet Vegeta. My other options were Gain and the Hirudegarn legs. Like I said, Gain is useless and there's no reason to get the legs ever. But here I was like, okay, I have another I decide to untap, trying to get him to 2 so I can double strike him. But as you can see here, he sensu beams and makes it that much harder for me to kill him, to bring him down to 2. I think he's trying to stop. He did the mirror play last game, so he's assuming that I'm going to try to do that to him now. So he's just defending as much as he can. And sensu beam goes a long way to helping him defend. And as you see there, I played Banner Vegeta and I looked through my deck to search for that last Goten, but like I said, I already used them all. I forgot that he had killed one at the very beginning of the game. So I decided to get Grandpa Gohan off of that. So now I just play Gohan, tag with my leader. I think at this point I'm just trying to find a way to kill him. I have yielding to attack with the energy. He goes ahead and defends. So now I decide, I have to play Gohan. I can't do anything else. My hand's pretty much dead. So pretty much, he has a bunch of attacks. I have 2 blockers, but he can rest 1 with Broly's ability, and then whether or not I only have 3 cards in hand. So at this point, it's pretty much over. But like I said, I think Storm is still a really good deck, still viable now. So there's no reason to bring back any of those cards. Maybe no, none of those cards could come back. None of them. They're way too good. But this was a lot of fun. Obviously, the caliber of player is completely different. But I would really like to see Jordan Marco and Brian Samuels go at it with their respective decks and see what the outcome will be there. Because like I said, their caliber of playing is a lot different from ours, and they'll probably play it a lot better than we did. But yeah, there was a look back at the past decks, and now all we have to look forward to the future and see what this next season has in store for us. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.